Welcome back to Daytime Ottawa. My next guest just said exactly what I was thinking. This is the perfect segue. We're talking olive oils in our last segment and how to taste them and the real difference when it comes to quality. It is the same thing when it comes to wine and beer and Radlers and spirits. I mean, I could go on, but I'll let my next guest do it. He is the Drunken Grape. He is the principal owner. I'm joined by Rob Statham. Rob, welcome back.
Man, it's great to be back. I love this show. And I think Mike George is my neighbor. Used to be my neighbor in the market, actually. Nice. He was in the military. He used to run on the elevator. He's like, you're the wine guy going down. And sometimes I'd ironically be off to a shoot here for this. So yeah, olive oil like wine. I mean, he hit it in the nail on the head. Balsamic vinaigrette, olive oil is protected. The real quality products are protected, designated regions like wine and beer.
Right.
Like it really does tie in. In fact, grapes are used to make balsamic vinaigrette from the Modena region in Emilia-Romagna.
Very nice.
You know,
you're a wealth of
regions
information.
Of Italy. Yeah.
I've always said this about every time you come on, you've done so much research. But you know, before we get into what you brought here today, I just want to talk about summer in general. Is there a real big difference of what we were drinking, say, in the winter into the spring and moving into the summer?
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get into lighter drinks. You're getting into zestier ones, more effervescent, sparkling, citrusy beverages. Things like this Radler are perfect. I mean, Stiegl Radler, you don't get any better than that in the world of Radlers. Really, and Radlers and Riesling, you know, these are some smashing things to have because you get into like a Riesling, it's got riper apple in it, citrus notes, there's a hint of sweetness, it's not heavy-bodied, it's light-bodied, it's got acidity to balance out with that sweetness. There's a bit of layers and complexity there. Things you want to look for in a drink are balance, length, integration, and concentration. It's called Blick in the sommelier world, and that's really just a rough guide of it. With Riesling, I call this a Beermosa.
Beermosa?
Yeah, okay. It's like a mimosa. Okay. So basically it came in 1922 from Germany. Munich innkeeper named Franz Kugler ran out of light lagers, so he infused it with lemonade. We call it the shandy.
Oh, yeah,
and this one, of course, is a little different. Comes from Austria, but this is an awesome product. It's, ripe grapefruit. It's about 2.8% alcohol. You don't have any hop bitterness, but you got some breadiness in the beer notes. You got to try this.
All right,
This is served in a Radler glass, so if you notice, it looks like a champagne.
This is a Radler glass.
That is. It's right on the bottom, the Stiegl glassware. So
I have two of these at home. I have no idea where I got them, and I didn't realize it was specifically for Radler. So why is it? Is there anything to the shape? You know, because like you'd have that with a sparkling wine. You have the
champagne
thinner.
flute.
That's right.
Think about it, because look at the carbonation in it. You can see the bubbles flying in this. A lot of the flavor compounds, flavor notes from the yeasts, the malts, the juice in this case, shoot right up the glass, so you're going to capture it.
Okay.
Yeah, cheers, man.
All right,
it's always
Let's
a pleasure.
Give this a try. Oh, that is so refreshing. And as you said, low alcohol too, right? Nice in the summer if you want to have a couple, with guests over. I want to get back to the Riesling for a moment. By the way, this is fantastic. Highly recommend. But for Rieslings, I guess for myself personally, I've always had a Riesling, before dinner, right? Not with dinner, but it does pair with certain things. What would you pair a Riesling with?
That you could pair with salad, goat cheese salad, with a bit of raspberry vinaigrette. We're getting into some balsamic. Yeah. I mean, you've got the acidity that's going to cut into that and carry with the weight of it as well. There's cut and complement in there, as well as like food pairing ideas. There's a bit of balance between the two items. You could have that with pork. It'd be delicious. Think of apple and pork. Well, if you've got a drink that's got apple flavors into it, just totally makes sense.
Yeah, 100%.
You could go with some sausages off the barbecue, even into like anything like, chicken or turkey burgers. I wouldn't go quite burger with this, but definitely chicken, right off the grill.
Another summer item that a lot of people turn to, and again, I wanted to bring it up because I think it's come a long way, and that is rosés.
Yes.
If you went back, I would say, maybe 20 years ago when somebody offered you a rosé at a party, you'd probably turn it down.
Yeah, North America you would.
Right? Yeah, I think so. I think so. But have we come a long way with rosés in North America?
Yeah, I mean, viticulture in general in North America has taken off like a rocket in the last 20 years, especially Ontario. But we have so many good good quality rosé wines. A lot of it's Cabernet Franc or Pinot Noir based. And it just spends a shorter period of time macerating, or it's a bleed off of the tank of what you want to produce in a second wine, which is a much heavier red wine. Depends on the style. But you get a lot of softer cherry, strawberry notes in there, bit of rhubarb inflections. These things are great for summer fare too, as are things like Caesars. And we can flip to the cocktail list.
For sure, yeah. Let's talk about that, because those are some other options that people are, I think, especially when you go to like some of these restaurants you mentioned off the top, right? They're doing their own like really specialty cocktails, right? And they're making their own juices and things like that go with it. What's hot during the summer this time around? What's trending? I mean,
gin seems to be a drink that's flying a lot. Even your standard gin tonic, but you know, you get into Tom Collins, that's just gin, lemonade, and lemon juice, you know, with a wedge of lemon on it.
Yeah.
You're looking at slings. You're looking at all kinds of different drinks that have gin and vodka. I mean, these are two things that are easy to play with in the heat. You know, it's got a little sweet in the heat, like some of the things we have here as well. But things like that, because you nailed it. In the wintertime, we're drinking heavier reds, more fuller bodied beers. IPAs hit the counter, as do like dark and brown ales. You move in towards summer, you want something lighter. I mean, the temperature shoots in the opposite direction. Why would you want something heavy in your stomach in the summer?
Well, and you talk local. Look at some of the local distilleries, right, that are making gins now and vodkas and whiskeys and things like that. I mean, I've been really pleasantly surprised with the quality of them. You put on events all the time, Rob, but I mean, I know you don't have anything like right around the corner, but you do private events as well, right?
I do private, corporate, public sector as well. You know, I work with a couple large public sector entities. It's great. So, you know, hosted dinner parties, wine and beer tastings. We guide you through it. We break it up with a bit of engagement, like trivia games and things like that. And I was like, just have a lot of fun with it. But locally, you feature a lot of Ontario things like this Ontario Riesling by Featherstone. The big shout out to them. Organic viticulture.
Is it really?
Awesome product. Boutique product. This is only about $20 in the store. I mean, it's great bang for the buck.
TheDrunkenGrape.com to find out more information. You can get in touch with Rob. We'll be back with more after this. Don't go anywhere. Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Thank you.